Unbelievable! I never thought my metal detecting hobby would lead me to something this wild. Deep in the heart of an abandoned boarding school in the outskirts of Boston, Massachusetts, a place shrouded in forgotten echoes and overgrown vines, my detector suddenly went berserk. The beeps were frantic, pulling me toward a crumbling basement corner where the air felt thick with secrets. What could be buried here, in this relic of early 20th century education? My heart raced as I grabbed my shovel, the thrill of uncovering a hidden cache tingling through my veins. Little did I know, this was just the beginning of revelations that would rewrite my understanding of the past. As I dug carefully through the damp soil, my spade hit something solid. It was a weathered wooden box, its hinges rusted but intact. Inside, a gleam caught my eye, a hidden cache of old gold coins, stamped with dates from the mid-1800s. These weren't just any coins. They were Liberty Head gold dollars, minted during the California Gold Rush era. Historically, they represent the boom of westward expansion and the economic frenzy that shaped America's frontier. Valued today for their rarity and gold content, each one could fetch thousands at auction, a tangible link to the dreams of fortune seekers who fueled the nation's growth. Energized by the find, I swept my detector further into the dim corridors, where faded chalkboards still bore ghostly outlines of lessons long forgotten. A sharp signal led me to a loose floorboard in what must have been the headmaster's office. Prying it up revealed a small velvet pouch containing an antique brooch adorned with sapphires and diamonds. This piece hails from the Victorian era, symbolizing the opulence of the Gilded Age when industrial tycoons displayed wealth through intricate jewelry. Its historical value lies in reflecting social status and craftsmanship of the time, often passed down as heirlooms in elite families now, a priceless artifact worth educating others about. Moving to the overgrown playground outside, where rusted swings creaked in the wind, my detector pinned again near an ancient oak tree. After some excavation, I unearthed a brass telescope tube, engraved with celestial motifs. Dating back to the late 19th century, this instrument was likely used for astronomy classes, embodying the era's fascination with scientific discovery during the Industrial Revolution. Telescopes like this advanced navigation and stargazing. Contributing to breakthroughs in physics and exploration, its condition suggests it could be restored to museum quality, sparking interest in how education once intertwined with wonder. Deeper into the school's library wing, shelves sagging under dust-covered tomes, another alert drew me to a hidden compartment behind a false panel. There, wrapped in faded cloth, lay a collection of sterling silver thimbles, each etched with intricate patterns. These sewing tools from the Edwardian period highlight the domestic arts taught to young women, underscoring gender roles in early American education. Historically valuable for illustrating societal norms and artisan skills, they're sought after by collectors for their detail, potentially valuing hundreds each while teaching about the evolution of women's history. Venturing into the basement kitchens, where old stoves loomed like silent guardians, my device lit up under a collapsed shelf. Brushing away debris, I found a porcelain figurine of a shepherdess, delicately painted and signed by a renowned Dresden artisan. From the 18th century, such Meissen porcelain pieces represent the pinnacle of European craftsmanship imported to America, symbolizing cultural exchanges during colonial times. Their historical significance educates on art history and trade routes, with intact examples commanding high prices at auctions for their rarity and beauty. The thrill pushed me toward the dormitory halls, walls peeling with whispers of bygone youth. A persistent beep guided me to a vent grate, behind which sat a leather-bound ledger filled with pressed botanical specimens. This herbarium dates to the Progressive Era, used in biology curricula to study native flora, reflecting the push for environmental awareness in education. Historically, it documents plant species that have since become endangered, offering insights into ecological changes valuable for researchers and worth preserving to inspire modern conservation efforts. In the auditorium, where stage lights had long dimmed, my detector signaled beneath the warped wooden floor. Digging revealed a set of engraved cufflinks made from mother-of-pearl and gold, likely belonging to a faculty member. From the roaring 20s, these accessories capture the Jazz Age's flair and prosperity. Tied to the economic boom post-World War I, their historical value educates on fashion evolution and social mobility, with such items fetching premium values among vintage enthusiasts eager to own a piece of that vibrant era. Exploring the attic, cluttered with trunks and faded banners, another wild beep echoed from a corner beam. Unearthing a small tin box, I discovered a collection of enamel badges depicting educational motifs. These from the early 1900s were awards for scholastic achievements, symbolizing the merit-based systems that democratized learning in America. Historically, they highlight reforms in public education. Making them intriguing for historians, each badge's design tells a story of ambition and progress, potentially valuable in archival collections. As the sun began dipping low, casting long shadows through the cracked attic windows, my detector emitted its loudest, most insistent scream yet right beneath a heavy, dust-laden trunk that hadn't been moved in decades. I shoved the trunk aside with all my strength, heart pounding, and started scraping away layers of dirt and old newspapers. There, nestled in a small iron strongbox with a broken lock, lay the find that stopped me cold. A pristine sealed envelope containing a rare hand-signed letter from Abraham Lincoln himself, dated 1863, alongside a small, exquisitely preserved gold pocket watch engraved with his initials. The letter was a personal note of encouragement to a young teacher at the boarding school, urging continued dedication to educating the next generation during the darkest days of the Civil War. This wasn't just treasure. It was a direct, untouched connection to one of America's most pivotal figures, a piece of history that museums and collectors would fight over for its unparalleled provenance and emotional weight. My hands trembled as I carefully lifted the items, realizing the incredible journey this school had witnessed from wartime correspondence to the quiet preservation of such a document for over 160 years. The watch, a high-grade American Waltham movement from the era, symbolized reliability and progress in a time of national turmoil, while the letter captured Lincoln's humanity and vision for education as a cornerstone of rebuilding the Union. Holding them felt like touching the very pulse of history itself, a reminder of how the smallest corners of forgotten places can hold the biggest stories. I sat back on the creaky floorboards, staring at the discoveries spread out before me, still in disbelief at what a simple afternoon of detecting had uncovered. From gold coins to Victorian jewelry, scientific instruments to presidential relics, this abandoned boarding school had guarded an entire timeline of American ambition, innovation, and resilience. Thanks so much for joining me on this unbelievable adventure deep in the abandoned boarding school. If you made it this far, drop a comment below and let me know which object you liked the most out of everything we found today. I read every single one and love hearing your thoughts. If you enjoyed this hunt and want to see more hidden history coming to light, make sure to join the channel by hitting that subscribe button, turning on the notification bell so you never miss an upload, and smashing the like on this video. It really helps us keep bringing these stories to you. Until the next hunt, stay curious, keep digging, and I'll see you out there.